where am I sitting? Oh, glasses.
You even brushed your hair.
How am I going to be on the camera?
You've never brushed your hair in the morning. Right.
Have you started recording?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
Okay. You sure? Because
Are you going to doubt me a bit more? Should I outtake this or should I leave this in? Right. Hi everyone. It's Stacey J, and this again is my dining room. I think you guys have been here. Before. Right. This pain in my is Mr. Christopher. And today, I think it's all happening. I think it's not going to be, anything's not going to be normal. Anything's not going to be normal. Nothing's going to be normal. Right. Today we're playing a game that Erin from Erin Sews played with, and I swear it's Adam, I should have looked that up. Adam played, and it was a game of name this notion.
Add it later. Put it up here. Or up here.
Put it right across there.
Or like there.
Okay, guys, you know he's been dying to get on this, hasn't he?
Haven't. I'm not enjoying
He has
this.
been dying to get onto this camera and be who he is, right? Anyway, I am actually not taller than him. I'm sitting on a little booster chair thing that my dad made for my twinlets when they were little growing up.
Like a high chair.
It's like a high chair, but my butt can fit in it. I like it. So anyway, this is Chris. What are you wearing today, Chris?
This old thing. Well, see, I saw this fabric and decided that I'd make it into something special.
Well, there's only one thing that's special here, sunshine, and that's you.
So, yeah.
Do you want to stand up and show the people that your little...
The fabric was destined for other things. I got pants. Yeah, phew, that was lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go that way because it doesn't show my ab.
Your keg. So that's his shirt. It's a nice little raglan sleeve shirt, and it's a vintage pattern, a 1970s vintage pattern.
Yeah, I could have said that.
Little splits at the side so it could fit around his ruckus. No, that's not why they're there. It's actually made for that.
A cell phone pocket? No.
There's only one pocket? No, there's two
There's
pockets.
two. I'm sure I ordered two.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't order nothing. I get what I get. And it's awesome. Especially when I steal your fabric off you.
I know, that's like twice now. Okay, so we're playing the game, Name This Notion, which I have 10 under this little cloth. I've got a little cloth here. 10 items. I've actually got 11 items from my studio.
That'll come back to bite you. Keep going.
From my studio that Chris is to guess. He's got to name it and he's got to tell me what it does. Now he gets a point if he names it correctly, and he gets a point if he stops tapping his fingers, and he gets a point if he can tell me what it does. Okay, I can see him telling me a lot of what it does, but I can't see him. He knows pretty much everything that goes in there. Right, top of your head, what are my main industrial machines? Go.
Blind hammer.
Yeah.
Walkie foot. Overlocker. Cover stitch. Straight sew.
Okay, so he knows a lot that goes on in there. So
Embroidery machine. Technically, that's not really a sewing machine, though, is it?
Anyway, so this is done with alcohol. I've only had that much, okay? Last month, we've actually done this before, and when I watched it, I decided I might have had too many Dutch courages to send that out to the world. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're actually changing up the game a little bit. Christopher is a plumber, and he has got himself 5 plumbing notions, so to speak.
And I threw another one in just for funsies.
Ah!
6.
So basically we think alike. Oh, heaven help us all. But, so there you go. Yes. I know less about his job than he knows about what I do in my studio. I know he can make water stop dripping, but sometimes he can't. Anyway, so I'm going to start this ball rolling, and I'm going to look under my little scummy. I got a little list here. Okay, so I'm going under. I'm going in deep, y'all.
Nail polish.
Yep. So, because you usually put it on your own toes. Right. What is this item? It's not a swizzle stick.
It's you clip it onto fabric, and then something else can clip into there. I think you clip it onto something there, and then you fold something up so it clips onto something there. I'd use your tea towel, but then I'd see all the other stuff. You clip it there and it hangs. I know that's not going to work. You clip it on that. It's definitely, you clip it and it measures something. It clips onto fabric. It's a clippery fabrica.
A clippery fabridizer.
See that thing there actually clips that thing there as well, so it kind of clips 2 places. It's definitely something to do with hemming. It's a hemmerizer.
A hemmerizer. New word. Okay, do you want me to tell you what it is?
Okay.
It's a bodkin, okay, and you open that up, and in here you clip elastic. You close it down and it locks the elastic in place, and you put it through the tube of your pants, and you drag. It's like a great big safety pin. So it's a safety pin on roids, okay? So it's a bodkin.
Pull my elastic back through my track pants?
Not right now, because that's going to be, no. So that's a...
Not this pair, stay out.
Do you want me to do 2? Do you want me to do...
Yeah, you have to do 2 and then I do 1.
Okay, right.
It's going to be a long video. Haha, that's a...
Don't read it.
It's a curve. It's, we would say in tech drawing you'd call that a French curve, but French curves are also like adjustable. But I think it's something to do with when it's for measuring around corners, and it's definitely a ruler, a curve ruler. I'm going to go with, like, it's a basic French, see, a French curve when I was drawing was, you could bend it different shapes. So it's like a rigid French, it's all in French anyway.
Anyway, it is, do you want me to tell you what it does? Okay, it is a curved ruler, you're correct. It is for when you're drafting patterns. Can you guys see that? Because it's a little bit far away. So when you draft, it's a hip. It's for the hip alignment. So you go around where your, for your skirts and your trousers. It goes, it's not my hip either. Mine's more straight. Yeah, so it's a hip and trouser ruler. It goes around the
for measuring around corners.
So for measuring around corners. So I'll give you 1.
Hey,
you didn't say what it was called, so you get 1. Okay. Okay. Next, your turn.
Oh. Okay, this isn't a Stacey J bag.
It is a it's a clamp of some sort. It is a it's like a vice grip.
That is the brand.
Okay, I can read. And you lock something into place if you need something held in your water world. You can make that. You can make it bigger and tighter. Depends on how hard you need it held. It is a gripper ripper. It is a clamp.
And hold stuff?
It holds stuff.
Okay. This is a pair of seaming pliers.
Seaming pliers.
Made by the company Vice Grip.
Made by the company Vice Grip.
And it's for doing little short bends on sheet metal. So you clamp it down there and then you can do like a little, do you need that? I've folded it and see, make like a little fold on little folds.
And you use that in plumbing?
Yeah. Well, more roofing.
Well, they're not plumbing, is it?
I'm a roofer as well.
We're doing plumbing.
And fabrication.
It's cheating.
And
you're a fabrication.
Heating and ducting, which is also part of
That's 0 for 0. Right. I sort of got it right. You clamp it down.
Oh, it's, yeah.
No, I got nothing. Okay, all right. What's my next one?
I don't use them very often. That's why they look a bit rusty.
This is actually a learning thing for the people on the TV. TV. What is this?
It's a wooden spoon.
If it was in my studio, what would it be? I don't do that in my studio.
It's a family friendly show, eh?
Yeah.
You definitely make soup in your studio with your soup machine. If it's in your studio, then I reckon it's for similar to that thing.
Bodkin.
Yeah, for poking stuff in things. Like if you had like
I've actually got an actual tool that does what you're talking about, so no.
It's
Give up.
maybe if like you've made something and you want to get that, you see that, get that in there to like I want to get that seam all in place, so I just poke that up there and
Give up.
yeah.
Okay. So this actually is a wooden spoon, and it is a hack. It's an actual hack of making a tube and turning it inside out and sticking this end into the very small tube, okay? Now, Mum...
I got that right.
Well, you didn't. You said that.
No,
you don't use that at all. No.
Roll it back. It was for poking.
Anyway, so Mum came across this and she showed it to me. I can't remember who she was watching on YouTube. And I said, I have an actual instrument that does that. And plus you can use dowel. But from the Chinese shop, $2 shop, you stick that down, the little shoestring straps or a little tie you're making. You can poke that in nice and small and iron out that without flattening it. So yes, it's a wooden spoon, but it's hacked to a tube ironer, a stiffy thingy majiggy. Oh, another one.
Felt robbed.
You felt robbed? Well, I mean, that's a really good idea that you came up with. Wrong. Oops, I just did 2 points. Okay, so far you're 1 for 3. Right, here we go. You should know what this is. Oh, you gotta hold it up for the people. Sorry, hang on, that's stuck in there. It's not meant to. Hold it up for the peeps. Get up there and hold it because you're taller than. Oh, here, put it on this. That would be really cool. And then we can stretch it out. What this is, see, is it's actually, I'd take it to the camera. Hang on.
So this is obviously
Obviously, I like how you start with obviously.
something to do with
Don't overthink it, Gibbsy.
it's if you need a
You're overthinking.
it's a button. You've got like a loop thing. It's like if you're trying to make a buttonhole.
Come on, no, come on, think about it. You know what it is.
And it's kind of got a bit of grippiness going on. It's
You've watched me use it.
is it just like a, does it just go in your crimp tool and it's like a button?
No.
Is it, and you put fabric on it, and then you squish that on the back and you have a fabric button.
Which is called a?
Fabric button.
I'll give you that. I will. It's a self-covering button. What? It's good that you got it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Hero.
Someone's a hero. It's a self-covering button. Yes.
You got there in the end.
I'll do 2 things. It took you a while.
Was that 2 things?
2 points, I mean.
Okay.
Come on.
Yep.
House game's a good game. That's a key that no, it's not. It's a key that unlocks a special locky thing that's in people's houses that not everyone has.
You really need to come to work with me more often.
It is makes a hole. I don't want to do it on the
getting
table.
warmer.
It makes a hole in PVC piping to drill down to make a hole.
Oh.
Have I got 1 point?
Yeah, no.
I got half a point. So if you're gonna, because hang on, I've just got to put myself in Chris's thing out. This is a tool. That's how he works. Okay, so this is.
What if I put them on my head?
This is
They blow off.
This is it's got like a little spiky things on the bottom here. It's very dangerously sharp. If you put it down and then wound it, I shouldn't really do that on the dining room table.
You used to. This was your work table. If you look on it everywhere, there's little grrr marks from all the little grrr
The
tools.
tracing wheel. It's called a tracing wheel.
Yeah.
I think you didn't get that right in the last game.
There's probably still needles in here.
I think you have to make a hole into a pipe.
Do you give up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. It's called a tap reseating tool, and where the tap washer sits in the tap, it marries up onto what's called the seat, which is like the brass part. So the rubber washer goes onto the seat, and what happens is the brass part gets all munted, and what you do is you take the top of the tap off, you screw this in place of the top of the tap, and it grinds the seat all shiny again. Takes all the imperfections
I
out of
got
it.
things that I knew he would guess.
I thought you'd guess that.
Why?
I don't know.
My dad's a builder, not plumber.
The next one's a hammer, so you'll be fine.
Okay, right. I had that up the wrong way. Wish I got harder stuff now.
Considering I got 10 out of 10 last time.
Oh shit. Here we go.
This is a bias. It's a biasy thing. So you put your strip of fabric, and it goes in there, and what it does is it flops it over into the right shape you need, and then you just whiz along behind it with the sewing machine, and you sew a bias.
Very, very close. I'll give you. So, but what's it called?
It's called a bias die. It's called a 6mm. Literally the only writing on it. It's a 6mm doofer.
Yep, it's a 6mm bias tape maker.
Yeah.
And yes, it does what you do as long as the fabric's cut on the bias. See, I got things you'd know. So nothing for what it's called because it's a doofer, but he knows what it did. Well done. Oh, I'm up for 2, aren't I?
This is that movie Aliens.
Shall I try it on you?
You know, you damaged the table.
I think I'll damage your hand more.
This is a spike.
Milligan.
it's that movie with
Ice pick.
Sharon Stone and yeah.
Fatal Attraction.
And it's very old, and so it's for poking holes in stuff. Where you just want like a hole to poke other things.
Why don't I just cut it?
Because it'll be a slit, not a hole.
Oh, not if you can. Okay, so you give up the name.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an awl.
The what?
An awl.
Awl.
A-W-L.
Oh.
Right? And yes, it makes holes and things, but what it does is you can get it between the layers of the weave. Okay, so it doesn't rip or... Really? What did that do? That crazy thing. So it doesn't rip the hole. The other thing it's good for, especially on the final one, is holding your work while you're putting it through the machine so that you save your little fingies. So one point...
How's that work out for you?
I have never hurt my fingers on a sewing machine. I've never done that. I've pricked them many a time with other things, but never sewn my finger. I know somebody who has. Okay, so you got 1 for what it does, 0 for what it was called. Okay, so I think we're up to you giving me something now. It's one of those without the thingers. That's the key that unlocks the water thing. I'm gonna keep saying it because eventually it'll be right.
Yeah, you're probably closer on your description with the last thing than
It's it's got little things that go in. It's all rusty. Your stuff's rusty. You put it in and you turn it and pull it out.
like a corkscrew.
Like a key. It's no.
So it's called a croc's tool, and you put it in the end of pipe, and you wind the little windy
Do
thing
you
around.
think there's anything in here I'd actually know?
I don't know.
You only got the hardest things, didn't you?
Well, this is
I said
these
you're
are
gonna be
all the tools I
nice.
own.
Yeah, no, you
so
own.
the little ball bearings
crimping
come
tool.
out.
I know what a crimping tool
I
is.
nearly got one of those.
Oh my god, how did you not? No, not interested.
The little balls come out, and then you spin it around, and it puts a little bulge in the pipe and stops your nuts falling off.
Am I wiping that one out? That comment?
I don't know. Well, it does. It stops the nuts falling off the end of the pipe.
Okay, then I'll
Mine
leave that
out of the
comment.
gutter. Unbelievable.
I can't believe that you've got the hardest tools in the trade. That I've never seen any of those.
But everything else is just wrenches and hammers and snips. Ah, this is for buttonholes. So good. So
See, everything. I got
that's
that
it.
he would know,
But
sort of know what it
spend
is.
more time in your studio than you spend in my ute. So it's
No
a
one can fit in your ute.
it's a buttonhole gauge, buttonhole ruler. So basically, if you got depending on how long the buttons are, and it makes them all at the same spot, and then yeah, fat. All right.
Yeah, of course you're right.
This is off your embroidery machine, and it's you put the fabric in it and it stretches over and locks it in, and then it sits there, and then it moves around while it's doing the embroidery thing, and it's called an embroiderer. It's called I know what it's called, you know. Because I remember, like, when you got it, you got like a bigger one. It's called not a template. It's called a.
Don't sit on the other side of this watching this yelling out the word, okay? He can't hear you.
It's called a fabric holder. You could text me. Why has that little dog got a bigger butt than that big
Because
dog?
she wants to come in. It's coming in time. She can only do that. So what did we call it? A fabric holder.
What are you doing?
Because I'm going to cut out that bit where you went to the dogs. So what are you calling it?
It's a fabric support vessel. It's a fabric holder. I know what it's called. You tell me and I'll go, oh.
It's fabric. It's embroidery hoop.
Ah, I knew that.
So 0 for knowing what it's called. 1 for knowing what it is. Is it my turn again?
I don't know.
No, it's your turn.
My turn. Oh, you're going to hate me, man.
I did say, don't forget I don't plumb.
Well, okay. I'll just pull one of these out. I use these all the time.
It's an auger.
No.
It screws, it's like a drill
Mm-hmm.
because it's got the square hooky thingy and it goes into your drill thing and you drill it into pipes.
Mm-hmm.
You drill it into the roof.
Yeah.
Because you've never roofed. You've never done roofing since we've been together.
But that roof right there.
That's hardly a roof. That's
And
just,
the one behind it.
don't look too closely. He hasn't finished either one of them.
You were quite close on your last description of the last tool.
Which was the last one? That one. You drill it into things and you pull it out. It's a drill in, puller outer.
Yeah.
It's a sponsifier. It's a you drill it in and should I be touching it? Has it been in like a dirty place? No.
I clean everything.
It's a removal. It's a poo removaler. It's
I don't know about your poos, but what?
Anyway, so it's so it goes, yeah.
I'll give you a point.
Oh yay, I've got a point.
Okay, it's called an easy out. So, so,
Easy out the way that goes in.
so when you get like a broken thread or a broken bolt, you can
Outside and play, go. Outside and play. Outside, go, you lummox.
so if it's like a thread with a hole in it,
Your
you can screw that in, and then as you're winding it out, this is winding in more and it unscrews it out. Or if you have a stuck bolt, you drill a hole in the bolt and then you screw that in.
So if you stuff up, that's to help you.
Yeah, most of my tools are for stuffing up. So I'll give you a point. That's it's a Ralph special because he made it,
That's my dad.
and it's you.
Focus.
Your dogs are idiots. You use it for pressing fabric onto, and it's because it's wood. It sucks the moisture. Something to do with the moisture in the wood and the iron and the fabric all work in harmony. But this is yeah, it's definitely a pressy dongly tool.
Dongulator. It's a pressy dongulator.
Yeah, pressy dongulator, and yeah.
Okay, it's called a clapper.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gutted.
Okay, with the point. Okay, so, and you actually press the fabric.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking like, how does that work? I know now, I remember now.
And on the top, if you have a seam that you want to crack open, like I've just recently done a collar for the mallard, and I opened up the seams by putting it in the point. And so this is definitely what I like to call Daddy special. He made them. I told him what I wanted. Next minute, I've got one. So that's my clapper. So you've got I'll give them a point because it's, yes, it does do, it's a fabricator, but definitely no name on it. Okay.
That's a
Show them. Show them.
it's
So he's got the hardest plumbing tools and bought them
What
up
do you
that I've
think
never
that
even
is? That's-
seen.
You're cutting this bit out, aren't you?
No.
So that's when you put something in it and it squinches it. It's a
Oh,
squincher.
it's a crimping tool. I know what they do in plumbing.
It's a squincher.
You can't see past here. No, it's not a squincher.
Squincher. No, it's definitely you put something in there and it folds it into the, like, you know, it's a knife. Oh, that says it's a knife cut. It's got cut wrong. I think it's, yeah.
It's a notching tool. And you make notches in your patterns when you design your patterns. So when you have a notch, it has to join somewhere. It just marks it. It's a notch marker.
Are you allowed to use it on cardboard?
It's mine, I can. I just wasn't going to let you do it. So 0 for 0, hero. Is that one? Is it my turn again? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ah, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You stick it in wood and it carves and chisels out a hole in wood. It's a hole maker.
No, I don't work with wood.
Well, what's the wood in it? It's PVC piping.
That's plastic.
Okay, well then it makes a hole in PVC piping.
Yep, what sort of hole?
A round hole. Does it not spin?
Yes.
Well, if it spins, wouldn't it be a round hole?
Yeah, what it does is you put it into an already drilled hole and it makes a thread.
Huh, I see.
And it's called a tap.
Okay.
Different to the taps.
Mhm.
But yeah. And then you can do the other, so that's an internal thread. Not allowed to call them female threads anymore. And the
No,
external.
you're not allowed to call them male or female. You're not allowed to identify them.
No. Okay. Just like they're not allowed to be manholes.
I ain't going down one.
That is a I think you, why's it got that edge like that, like a little scrapery edge? It's no.
It's a point turner.
Yeah.
You put it in collars or anything that you need to turn out.
Yeah.
Facings, collars, point turner.
You made real difficult ones for me this time.
Mhm.
That is a roller. I think it's broken. I think you put it up on some fabric, like this is your frock, and you pop it up like that and you mark the measurements. So if you want to take 1 inch or 22.5 millimeters off a
2.5 centimeters. We're sewers, we're not.
so if you want to take some distance off it, then that's how you measure it.
Okay, I think just because there's measurements on it.
When you open something in the freezer and you don't use it all, you put it on it so that the peas don't fall out.
Did you open the peas? Because if you're just putting it on something in the freezer, then the peas are going to fall out. It worries me. So this is when you mark a hem. Okay, you want to go down to the 0 and have that marked so you can fold all the hem up to the same measurement all the way around. So you got measure right because it had measurements on it. So 0. That's my last one.
Oh, so is it me?
No, I've got no more.
Okay.
It's opening up a pipe to get something bigger in there.
Yep. And its name?
Is pipe opener. It's called an arrowhead opener. It's called a cervix opener. I don't know.
Well, it's a pipe expander, but
Pipe expander.
most people know it as a honeymoon tool. So the cervix opener is your cervix opener was not too far away.
Okay, what else you got? Because I've got nothing else.
That's it. I'm out.
Okay, so that's us. I got 0.
No, you got 1 or 2.
I didn't.
No,
Okay, so Chris got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of a possible 22.
I'm sure you got at least 3.
I didn't.
You did.
Anyway, so that's not only somebody who doesn't play the game properly. I've never seen him use any of those tools at all whatsoever.
Come to work with me more often.
No. I've got work to do myself. So no. I don't think he uses them. They're all kind of clean, and except for that one with the curly whirly bits.
Oh yeah, I used that yesterday.
Yeah, so he used that yesterday. So at the end of the day, yeah. So that's the name of the Name This Notion, hashtag Name This Notion, done out by Erin Sews. Certainly not enough alcohol this time for playing the game. But we're going to play it again, and this time I'm going to get down, I'm going to get dirty, I'm going to find things that he doesn't even know exist in my studio at all. I've got drawers he doesn't know has stuff in it. Anyway, that's the name of the game. That's Mr. Christopher. So finally you get to put a name to the face, to the hand waving, to the, oh, you're recording, and subscribe, like.
Is that what I sound like?
Is that what it sounds like? I don't know.
I'm Batman.
Anywho, so that's us. So we're going to sign off now. I'm going to upload this, and hopefully it doesn't go on forever. And even the girls had to have their little bit of say in amongst it and go out and play. But yeah, that was the name of the game. So I would love to see anyone else that vlogs out there. Julie sews her own clothes. Would be really good to do this with her hubby Chris. And to have a go. It's fun. Only don't let them get you to look at their stuff. It's like,
That was the best bit.
anyway, see you later. Stay well, stay safe. That's the one. Stay safe, stay dry, stay warm, and above all, keep cool and keep sewing. This is why I keep them off the TV.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to turn that off. Awesome.
No. Okay. You're going to watch that and go.